Welcome to the documentary that aims to explore the negative effects that social media is having on teenagers, more specifically college students. Throughout the documentary, you will hopefully gain a better understanding on why teenagers in this day and age rely on social media so much and what effects that this has on their general life, but more specifically their self-esteem, body image and general attitude to everyday life. Research which has been carried out especially for this documentary has found that there is a correlation between the amount of time that teenagers spend on social media and negative body image feedback. The study found that teenagers who spend large amounts of time on social media are at twice the risk of feeling unhappy with the way they look and report body image issues with themselves. Here are some students sharing why they chose to use social media and if it has affected them in a negative way.
The main social media sites I use are Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and sometimes, but rarely, Instagram. I use these because it helps me feel more connected with people, and it also helps me keep up with what's going on in the world, and also to keep up with celebrities and people that I would never really meet in real life.
The social media sites I use are mostly Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, but the majority of the time I use Instagram.
I don't know, social media makes me feel more connected to people, but at the same time I feel like it takes a connection away from people, because with social media being so prominent in our society, we talk to each other more through our screens than we do face to face.
Majority time great, because a lot of people like my posts and meaning that they like the content I share. However, sometimes I feel like I'm seeking those likes and seeing other models and influencers really put like body shaming out there. It makes me really conscious about my weight and stuff, so not good.
A questionnaire which was given to college students before this documentary went into production found that 60% of participants reported that social media has affected their self-esteem in a negative way. Furthermore, half of the survey participants reported that social media was having a negative effect on their relationships with family, friends and college tutors alike. 80% of people additionally reported that they feel that it is very easy for them and anyone else to be deceived by others through what they share on social media. For example, someone portraying that they have the perfect life for other people to feel like that their life is substandard compared to theirs. Here's the welfare officer Elaine Griffiths answering questions and giving her insight on the effects that social media is having on college students.
I don't know if I use the term rely on social media. I think they use it far too much. I think they use it a lot to form relationships, to they believe it's part of their sort of cultural norm so much. You know, they have to have their phones, they have to be on Facebook, they have to be tweeting things, and I think they take it on too much, I believe.
So, what causes young people to become addicted to social media? According to research, prolonged social media use can cause profound changes within the brain, similar to ways in which drug or alcohol addiction can. Psychologists have discovered that people who receive lots of likes on their social media posts releases a chemical called dopamine within the brain, which creates a big sense of pleasure. However, with this pleasure can come depression. Further studies show that prolonged use of social media can decrease face-to-face contact with others, which has a negative impact on the user's mental health. If a teenager has become a victim of cyberbullying, then they are more likely to develop depression and mental health issues later into adult life. The study was concluded with the fact that there is a strong correlation between heavy social media use and depression. This is down to the young people often comparing themselves with others who they see. Teenagers will not share their struggles on social media and will only show their best face, meaning that other users will only see them in a perfect light. During 2013-2014, the rise of the anonymous opinion sharing app Ask.fm also saw a rise in teenage suicide. The teenagers who sadly committed suicide had all been subject to horrific abuse on this website. As a direct result of this, social media companies were forced to announce plans which involve them automatically filtering out content that may be harmful to the user.
because one statement from someone can be seen by literally hundreds of people, can't it? And everyone else then can put their input in, and very often some people just text and say what they say without actually thinking it through, maybe. And like I said, with all other people getting involved, that can cause lots and lots of problems, and one person misinterprets one thing, and then obviously arguments can kick off from there. So yeah, I think it's not like sitting down in a room and having a conversation with someone, is it? You know, it's just everyone gets involved, and I think that can cause sparks within people. Definitely, yeah. Even though we got things like Skype and Viber and things like that, where you can do face-to-face and face talk and things, I think conversation-wise, yeah, it's opened that up massively, and it's taken it away from the interpersonal relationships that people form.
This post is like a page long. How do I shorten this?
Just take out all the vowels.
No.
Seriously.
It'll still be like
Seriously.
a page.
Hey guys, you on Twitter? Follow me.
Sometimes I want to move to another country where I wouldn't have to deal with this stuff.
거리 막 트윗도してんだな.
Isso faz parecer que eu tô me achando?
Hashtag photo of the day.
Hashtag I quit. Just kidding.
Hashtag multitasking.
Hashtag squirmworm.
Hashtag road trip dudes. Not while you're driving, man.
Hashtag YOLOI.
Is anybody even gonna read this?
Besties.
Coffee friends. Mini bagels.
Unsubscribe.
What's up, Facebook? Oh, look at my new shoes. Unfollow.
Love coffee.
We're going viral.
Driving selfie.
Glaciers.
Desert.
Third world.
Nobody cares.
I'm gonna hide all of you.
Dude, I made the popular page!
Most definitely. And a lot of people, I think, are quite naive to what they're actually putting out there on social media, and on what other people can pick up. Not only big organisations, they pick up things. I mean, for instance, I was on a social media site the other day, and just popped things like holidays I'd been researching, you know, a sofa I'd been researching, adverts come out. How do they get that, you know? I don't think people are aware of what they're using on social media, is how much is interlinked with the actual internet and how people are using that information. I think it's quite a dangerous place for a lot of people. If they can access that and see that, what other things can they access? And I think it's the actual internet and digital technology now is so vast that we as average people who are using it don't really see what's going on, and we don't appreciate how dangerous that can be, you know, especially with other people looking into our lives and finding out certain things and how they can prey on young people specifically. It's quite dangerous. I'd certainly try to help. I mean, the college in itself has policies and procedures on bullying, and we got recommendations of what to do, but I certainly would advise that person to either report the bullying or to do something themselves to actually stop that bullying from taking place, to stand up to their bullies, you know, do something about it. Personally, because I record some of the bullying now that we have in the college, and certainly other members record that, and it's not as prevalent as what we first thought it was. But yeah, it does happen, it is out there.
The main aim of this documentary was to find out whether social media is having a negative effect on teenagers. Based on the findings, personal insights, and expert analysis, it can be concluded that social media does have a negative impact on teenagers and college students, as it negatively affects relationships with friends and family and is seen as getting in the way of normal life. It can be concluded that social media is more likely to make teenage users depressed and unsatisfied with their lives, rather than making them happy with how they are living their life, as they are constantly comparing themselves to what they see online.